Tune into our first show January 10th. But until then, I'm your host Sean Neidig reminding you to be heroic. Yeah, you can see the Ohio Bobcats warming up right over my shoulder for their quarterfinal matchup against the Toledo Rockets. The Bobcats haven't won the MAC tournament since 2012, but if they do, this will be the 7th time in program history. For the Sherman Tanks, they had a really good season, and Wyoming is one of the best teams in their division, so it was going to be hard for the Sherman Tanks no matter what. I won't call it ugly, but it was a defensive struggle for the Ohio Bobcats tonight in their regular season finale. In the end, though, they got the win over Akron 9-3. It's weeknight action for the Bobcats from here on out. Ohio's going to travel to Toledo to take on the Rockets this Thursday at 7:30, so a mere 5 days away. Well, the Quicken Loans Arena was home to champions before LeBron James and the Cavaliers brought home the NBA title. Ohio women's basketball won the MAC tournament title at the Q in 2015. Ohio actually had 3 chances in the fourth quarter to drive down the field, take the lead, and come away with the MAC championship. The girls' Division IV state championship is coming to Southeast Ohio. The Waterford Lady Wildcats ended their amazing season with the trophy. They took down the St. Wendelin Lady Mohawks 29-27. The lowest scoring title game in history came down to just 1 possession, and the Lady Wildcats are the ones taking it home. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Faith, can I get a fist bump?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. WOUB's Patrick Klinger has the story on how Spartans head coach Alex Penrod is dealing with the kids on the football team and also a newborn child at home. And on Saturday, Ohio University was also home to the All-Ohio Track and Field Championships, and the Bobcats took the overall meet win with 244 points. Bobcat football hosted the Southeastern Louisiana Lions at Peden for Parents Weekend and won 35-14. There was a 1-hour lightning delay in the fourth quarter, but the quick rain shower didn't wash out the Bobcats' offense. Welcome back into Newswatch Sports. I'm Sean Neidig. As any college football fan knows, today is National Signing Day, and the Ohio Bobcats were just as busy as every other program across the nation. It really is, Danny, and anyone on this list could take home this award. I wouldn't be shocked no matter what happens. This season, we're going to be handing out our 18th Player of the Year award. So let's start out in the TVC Ohio, where I have a couple of quarterbacks that we should watch out for this season. The postseason is upon us, and every game for the rest of the season is win or go home. Some of our teams have already closed up shop for the winner, while some are still in the hunt for championship glory.
Watson Tatsuyaki and Cleon Aloese have been together in Athens for several years now, and in that time have become inseparable.
Oh, it's like brothers, we're basically like our backgrounds and stuff. I know I'm Samoan, he's Tongan, but everything is one, as Polynesian, where we come from, it's pretty big.
Well, I think they both have the Polynesian descent, and they both come from one's Tongan, one's Samoan, but they both have that Polynesian background. So they have things on the field, off the field, and then also cultural that bond those two together. They're very talkative, if I can put that loosely. But no, they're really both having their best years this year. So where a lot is expected of them. Both of them are great in the weight room. Both of them give us some power in the middle of the defense.
In Polynesian culture, the ritual of the haka, an ancestral war cry and dance, is performed before a battle as a show of strength. This year, the duo has introduced the team to the tradition.
When you grow up in a cultural family like me, you're surrounded by a lot of things like that. So as little boys, we learned it from the older boys, like learning how to do it. And, they threw us up on the stage and they let us do it too. So being in front of people and doing it, it just gets you excited. So I thought just bringing it to the team would just, bring more excitement there and more energy so we could just come out and fly around.
We do it like every time especially like our big games against like other schools and stuff, like we always do the haka, and it's like something our culture always do too, like part of what traditional kind of. That means like warrior, you gotta be that one warrior to stand up in front of the whole crowd, to lead the crowd.
And if the crowd is pumped, then one can imagine what the players felt when they first learned it.
They're excited because of like the yelling and like the high intense, slapping, and just like the team bonding. When we do our pregame ritual, it's just one. So nobody can't be, late to saying the call or anything. Everybody got to be as one, because when you hear it, it gets you that spirit and energy inside. It's just like it warms you up. And it just makes you play harder.
Anything can happen in March, and the Ohio Bobcats proved it. From being down 15 in the first half to up 8 in the second, only one possession separated the Ohio Bobcats and Toledo Rockets in Ohio's 67-66 victory, and a Kenny Kaminsky jumper is what sealed it for the Bobcats. Trailing by 1 with less than 10 seconds left, Ohio's senior forward came through once again for the team and hit his second game-winning shot of the season. Kaminsky finished with only 9 total points, but came through when it mattered most.
Kenny told me coming out of the timeout, he said, if you give me the ball, I'll hit this shot. And he told me that once before at Buffalo, and he obviously didn't lie to me. So once I saw I wasn't open, I pivoted, hit him, and he hit the shot.
It's pretty cool to be able to be put in a situation like that and, get the outcome that we did. But, it's really just trust the process and just truly believe in myself. We kind of we struggled a little bit throughout the game. We faced some adversity, but, at the end of the day, Jerron was able to find me the ball and I was able to make a big shot.
Toledo had a chance to win at the buzzer, but their last-second attempts clanged off the rim. Ohio was led for most of the night by the duo of Jason Carter and Deron Simmons. After going into the half trailing by 8, the Bobcats exploded to start the second and at one point led 50-42. The Rockets refused to give up and battled all the way back to take the lead with less than a minute remaining. 3 Rockets scored in double figures, but Simmons, Carter, and Kaminsky were able to do just enough to will Ohio to victory.
The man of the hour, the invisible wonder over here, Kenny Kaminsky, second game winner of the year. He's your senior. Jerron made a really nice pivot to find him. Couldn't get the pass to him right away because there was a body in the way. Kenny made himself available, took that one dribble, and it looked good coming off his hands. Last play of the game, we did a good job of trying to keep Jonathan Williams off his right hand, but I thought the biggest play there was Jason Carter's help. I thought he came over and walled up nicely outside of the restricted area, and I thought that one-footed attempt was going in at the end with loft. That would have been a fitting way to end his career, or toward the end of his career, as he's just a scrappy guy. But we got the stop, and I don't have to pack my bags. I like that.
In his first MAC tournament game, Carter double-doubled with 19 points and 12 rebounds, 5 of which came on the offensive end. Simmons led all scorers with 22 points. The Bobcats will play the Kent State Golden Flashes tomorrow night, Friday at 8 p.m. And of course, the winner of that game will play for the MAC tournament title. For WOUB Sports, I'm Sean Neidig.